and every kid in this class got a little thing from Russian. That was extraordinary. We should not think that Kidlink is only digital. What to say, Judy?
Okay. So Judy, you can take over with and tell us about doves, or you can share your screen, whatever you might like to do. Yeah.
Okay. So sorry, I didn't know Larissa couldn't join us today. So I only prepared my part, but I can
Right.
talk a little bit more for her. Okay.
Okay.
Let me share my screen if possible. Entire screen. Okay. Can everybody see beautiful doves in the air?
Yes.
Okay. So hello everyone. My name is Judy, and I'm a teacher from Taiwan. And I really love this project as well, Global Kidlink Doves for Peace project. And as you can see on the right button, and that's how to say, that's Republic of China, Taiwan. We also have the doves. So it's kind of like it's universal, the symbol of peace. And it was done by Larissa. And later on, you will see her photos because she is amazing. And then I only prepare my part. So unfortunately, I just knew that I think that started in 2014. I checked immediately. And for me, like a very simple small doves can really have very big wings. Why do I say that? Because a piece of paper, you can put a lot of message into it. You can put your love, your best wishes for peace for the whole world into it. And also some of students, if they don't really know how to write well, they can even draw it or do some good coloring on top of it. And this is what I was done. I started to join this one in 2015 because one of another Taiwanese teacher, Claire, she joined first, and I saw, oh, well, that's really interesting. So I immediately contacted Larissa, and she was very kind, and then she just immediately told me like, okay, how you can start with simple. So I invite all my students, like they try to find the dove, but some of them they don't really know, so we need to teach them like maybe just use the whole palm and then just draw it. So the key point is not how beautiful it is. The most important part is what kind of message you put into it. And if you like the world, you want the world peace, how can you make it? So they can write down their notes and then write down their wishes and then send the beautiful doves to the other countries that the RISA help us to pair up. And you can also see like at the bottom part, the student also fold the kind of like how to say the crane, the doll, and become like a 3D dimension. So not only a piece of paper, but it's kind of like a really interesting doll. And well, after we send our dolls to different countries, then we will receive the different dolls from different countries. So some of the countries they will put like this one, like from Marina, okay, and then she when she tried to post everything, and then she'll post on Facebook. So we have Facebook group. I think that's really good. Like it's not isolated. Sometimes if you don't know what to do, and you can see what other partner school teachers what they have been doing, so you can add more idea into it. So some of the school they will put doves into it, make it colorful, and also put their own national flags, which is lovely. And it's wonderful to see all beautiful smiles from all over the world. And we try to know more about their culture as well. And then for us, I always love to receive all different kind of dolls from different places. And then sometimes we think, okay, we don't want just send dolls. We still have some money. So we also put something like we try to share our culture. So maybe tiny little bit like a stickers, interesting stories, and try to make it fun and also peaceful and joyful. Okay. So you bring the love, you bring the culture, and then for us, this all together. And as you can see, like at the bottom of it, that's Larissa in the middle. And then one time, like she sent us some candies, lollipop, and also the money from her country, and then all different kind of postcard. So like along with doves, and she also put something into it. So it's not only about the one single project, it's what the project can link you with the global friends. And then you can build up different kind of project on top of that. And when we start also not with the project, and also we have some Skype section, so we start to talk, because sometimes if you only have the single piece of paper, you still feel like you want to have the real connection. So on the left hand side, like we try to have connection with Larissa's classroom. And then also like we share everything, so like every year we try to do different thing. And sometimes with Kahoot we have a question, and we ask, okay, did you remember what I wrote in my docs? And then they need to figure it out, and they need to talk, and then we have some Kahoot section for them to answer. So I think that this kind of interaction is quite interesting. Is that okay? Am I talking too fast?
You're doing very well.
Thank you.
Mhm.
And then so it's thank you, because I think I love Facebook. It's really like a diary. When I didn't have time to prepare the presentation, I just like typing and then just take it out. And one time, like we have how to say, we have British teachers from our sister school came in to visit us in Taiwan. And that day also happened to like we were going to have a Skype section with Larissa. So like a Russian teacher, British teachers, and then Taiwanese teacher, and we also have another American teacher. So all different teachers and also students, we just like talk everything together. So of course, start with doves and try to broaden their ideas. And so this part is what I reported, and on the other part is what the Larissa reported. So you can see like, thank you, Judy. Today we met Taiwanese students and two wonderful teachers from England. So I love it. And then when we took, as a teacher or educator, when we took the photos or do some recording, it's also a kind of like a teaching or learning portfolio for the students. And they can really, when they kind of like think back, they will see what they have achieved and they want to do better. So it's great sense of achievement for them. And some of my friends, they saw my post on Facebook about this project, and they just like secretly message me and say, "Oh, Judy, can I join?" I said, "Of course." I just link them together. So you can see like a Rick, he's a very good elementary school teacher in Taiwan, and he's so good with technology. And I was surprised that he wanted to use this, actually he wanted to join this project, because I thought he always like high tech, but he told me, no, sometimes I like this kind of love and warmth from tiny little piece of paper, and have the interaction with internationally. And so for him, like he's really good with technology, so he had a student to use iPad and then do some digital one, and then they also do some presentation and some interaction. So that's really, really nice. And for us, this part is like some exchanging with Larissa. Okay. And because of that, Larissa came to Taiwan. Okay. So she brought her students coming, and she went to visit Claire, one of my friends' school, because Claire, she's really good. She like apply for different kind of project with a lot of money, but I was really lazy and busy, so I didn't do that. But somehow like all friends come together, and then we kind of like took them around to see Taipei 101, and then the night market, try different kind of local food, everything. So yeah, I really, really enjoy that. And then after they visit us, and we sent some red envelope, and we still put some doves into it, because I think sending doves not only one time in a year, okay, because doves is symbolic for peace and love. So we want to keep doing that. So I like sending out these kind of messages. So for that part, like we send out the red envelope. That's a very great, that's a great lucky symbol for during the Chinese New Year. So we talk about cultures together. So Larissa sent us that the Christmas card, everything, and we sent her back all of the red envelope and the Chinese New Year's card. And everybody likes to draw some dots, put into it. So it's still like a really, the whole project theme is just going through. Okay. And this one, oh, and then because sometimes I would go to different places to share my experience with other teachers. So that time, like I asked Larissa to have the short recording about the project because the time differences. So she couldn't really talk at the same time, but she recorded and then I played the video to all the teachers in Taiwan, in New Taipei City at that time. So for us, it's like a professional development for the Taiwanese teachers together with the foreign educator with a lot of love and passion to do international project. So I think that's the last one. Okay. So for me, like from the beginning to the end, I think the sky is the limit. So we love all different kind of projects could like just fly and then try different kind of things and there's no boundary. Okay. And now the dove for the piece for doves, like we have two versions of it. You can either send the physical piece of paper with the shape of doves, or you can doing the emailing because the pandemic. So you have two choices. So if anyone you would like
Very
to
good.
join, please join. Okay. Let me finish my, let me stop my sharing. Okay.
So Judy, that's when Stellan first started today, he was talking about the aspects of how teachers benefit so much. And I think you really made a great case for that. The professional development, the getting to know kids around the world, other teachers, you made a really good point of that. And the kids are so much enjoying the project, learning and engage in it. So that's really, really well done, what you just showed us.
Thank you very much. And the kids still talk about that, even though it's very simple, but I think they make friends and then also they can keep doing. And then after they graduated, they came back to tell their junior classmates. I said, "Oh, have you done that yet? Oh, you haven't. Oh, you should have done that." So I love it. They just pass down their experience. And they said, "Oh, last time we got this. Oh, how come you didn't have this one?" But I think like the communication, the kind of like excitement is that keep the project going. Okay, thank you.
Wonderful.
I think